Hello, everybody watching. Bear with. Just setting the shares up. It's been a bit of an eventful day. Hi, Sue. Right, sharing into public. Right, there we go. Members. Oh, that's much better. Yeah. The mix of hay fever and obviously with the heat, not great sleep. But yeah, no, he's doing good. Right. I am half an hour later to this live than I originally planned, but I'm just happy I managed to still do it. So I'm making turkey slaw. I'm using, the recipe is in the FFS book and obviously online. Not that I'm going to be using, I mean, it's really, really sort of simple and easy to tweak things to how you want them and what you have in the house, which is what I'm going to be doing. Whilst I chat, I'm going to get the turkey sticks cooking because this is the only bit of cooking. The reason why I chose this recipe is quite obviously it's like 32 degrees at the moment. I don't want to cook, so this is bung it in. So sorry, the tripod is quite literally in the center of the comments, so I'm gonna try my best to read them. This is the only bit of cooking. It's basically coleslaw with cooked turkey throughout. So, if you were prepared, which I'm not, you could cook the protein before it's 32 degrees and save yourself some time. But I've compromised with a fan, like off camera, right there. I hope it's not making too much noise. I'm not moving it. This is some leftover fat, which is, I think it's beef and pork. It's from sausage meat that Dad made that I then grilled off and then drained the fat because I don't like greasy stuff, so I use it for other stuff. 27 in South Yorkshire. Yeah, I don't know what temperature it is at the moment. It was 32 in the car. Can't hear it. Fantastic. The noise cancellation is working. So, story time. I got home at 4 o'clock, like on the dot. I left the bakery at 3:10. Now, the journey normally takes, and I timed it, 17 minutes. Except there is roadworks on the roundabout coming out of the bakery or out of Wollaston Village. It's a 4-way, like, traffic light system. So you go every 4th time. I was there for 3 red light cycles. That was problem number 1. Problem number 2 was I get to Wellingborough, and it's a bit busier than normal, but manageable. School rush, fine. I left the bakery. Now, I don't know whether I want to say the numbers because, fine, you can judge me if you want. I'm not usually this bad with fuel. I left the bakery and my car had 27 miles of fuel. I thought, great, I can get home. It's like 5 miles. I'll fill it up on the way to the gym tomorrow because Morrison's is the best place. I was driving into Burton Latimer and I looked at the thing that tells me the mileage left on the car. And I know I have fuel in reserve. I know I wasn't about to break down, but I can't just leave it as it is. The lowest I saw it was 2 miles. So I made an emergency detour. It wasn't really a detour. I just went through Burton to Barton Seagrave and filled up at the nearest fuel station, which was Shell, which I never do. I know, Sue, I know. I'm not normally that bad. Normally, I hit the 50-mile mark, which is when it tells me it needs to fill up. And I fill up. But I hit 27. I thought, oh, I've got loads of time. No, I didn't. So I then go into Barton to fill up fuel. I'm sorry if this isn't interesting, but I'm cutting up turkey, so this isn't essential to the recipe. You can cook it as whole. It's just quicker this way. Barton is obviously rush hour as well. So poor Freddie, my car, Freddie the Fiesta, was sat in traffic hovering between 2 and 4 miles. And I eventually got to shell on 2. Filled up. So that was like a 40-minute journey because I got home at 10:02. I then had to run to Sainsbury's to get the turkey steaks. So my plan was leave at 3:10, get home in half an hour, accounting for rush hour traffic, and have 20 minutes to pick up a few turkey steaks from the Sainsbury's across the road. Turned into an hour's journey, including the Sainsbury's pit stop to get some turkey. It's also obviously not been the most ideal weather. So I needed to like wash my face and make myself a bit more presentable than when I came rushing in. So yeah, that's why it's now 4:30. If anyone was wondering, I don't think anyone was, but I started using Shell. I cry every time I fill up. I get so many more. Wait, Shell is better value for you? It ain't for me. Why are you beeping at me? Right. I don't know how good this oil will be because it was part gelatin. Seems to be doing okay. I'm probably going to put a lid on it just so that it doesn't interfere with the sound too much. Because as long as it's cooked, I'm not fussed. So don't worry about sort of making it nice and golden. Wow, so Shell is like 10p more per litre of diesel for me. So I use Morrison's normally. Fuel chat. If anyone wants to have something that's not about cars, it's fine. You can go ahead. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep ranting about fuel. Yeah, so £20 and 1 pence on diesel in Shell. 13 litres. How's Sammy? Sammy is, if people don't know, Sammy is a bike I've just bought, as in motorbike. Sammy's doing well. Dad took it for a test ride just to check everything was okay, and everything is. I'm just thinking, sorry, change of subject onto actual relevancy. I don't need to chop any veg today because I have both chopped cabbage that I did a day or so ago, and then Dad made a slaw yesterday. And so this is chopped red and white cabbage, and I think, yeah, there's some leek in there as well. So I'm probably just going to use this bowl to sort of mix everything together. And that looks about, I mean, you know what I'm like with vegetable portions, but that looks about what I'm going to use because I want a big bowl of vegetables. I've got this if I need it. I'm just going to mix everything in here. I'm going to take the lid off that now. That's calm down. Essentially, all I'm doing, because I don't need to chop up the vegetables, is I'm going to make the mayo, which in this case, I've got cream cheese and a bit of yogurt. Reduced in because that's why we have like 5 tubs in the fridge. And some Dijon mustard because I think this is what was added to the last sort of mayo I had. I can't remember whether it was Dad or Liam that made it. But it made it taste really nice. I'm going to try it out. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. It's only me eating it, so it's fine. I forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, the bike. Yes. Yeah, everything's working fine. I have my CBT booked for a couple of weeks' time, and I'll be using my own bike for that. Mainly because I'm short, and they've recommended that the bike I have is quite a low seat height. Although I do want to upgrade to bikes which will have a higher seat height in the future. But to get used to it, I thought, wow, let's use a bike that can actually touch the floor on both sides. So I'm using my own bike. Chili sauce, also nice. Yeah, I do have some chili sauce in the fridge. No, I'm going to stick to my original plan. I might not need the Dijon mustard, you know, because I've got harissa, and I don't think I'm going to be able to taste the Dijon if I've got harissa and smoked paprika in there. Thoughts? Let me know. In the meantime, we'll start with the cream cheese and yogurt. I'm going to guesstimate this. No, okay, just harissa. Right, we're going with just harissa. Go away, fly. If you want measurements, the recipe that is meant for 2 people uses 50 grams of mayonnaise, which you can make yourself, or if you want to use the not as clean store-bought stuff, you can, or in this case, I'm just substituting it for another dairy. 50 grams of mayo and 50 grams of sour cream. So it's about, because I'm halving it, about that much yogurt. And the same cream cheese. But again, it's down to sort of preference. How much mayo would you like to use for? Turkey's almost done. Go away, stupid fly. There's always one. Yeah, forget the mustard. I will. Don't you worry. I'm going to use this spoon because it's a bit better than the smaller one. And I'll add the spices in now. Plus, obviously, a bit of salt. So this is a harissa blend from Sainsbury's. I don't know what it is. Predominantly coriander. Then red pepper, dried garlic, paprika, cumin seed, chili flakes, salt, black pepper, caraway seed, and mint. I really like it. I like any harissa blend. They're all a little bit different. But it doesn't have enough paprika for me. So that's why I have my jar of smoked paprika as well. I also have some onion granules, which I might just chuck in because why not? Maybe I should taste it first because there are some bleats in there already, obviously. All right, that is pretty much there. I'll let it go for a couple more minutes. Some pieces are a bit chunkier than others, but it's, yeah, so that one still needs to go. Pretty good. It's not drying out. Okay, I'll leave it as that. Give it a stir. So, obviously, it's hot today, if you haven't already figured out. And I was over at the bakery, as I said. And at one point, I was packing rolls in the fridge room because it was nice. It was 3 degrees in there. It was lovely. I was there in my shorts and t-shirt, enjoying 3 degrees. But then I had to go outside every single time I needed to seal a bag. And so it became impractical. So, and Dad had the good fan. I didn't have the good fan. I had like the little standing one that we have, which is still fine, but not when you're in a bakery and there's ovens on. And yeah, but I've got a lot of prep going. If you don't already know and you want to have a order from Pizza Roma next week, to be delivered next week, you need to place it before 10 p.m. on Sunday, this Sunday, because the site will be closing, as in you won't be able to place any orders on it between 10 p.m. Sunday the 10th to some point Friday the 15th, basically the whole of next week, because we're prepping for the both the Free From Food Show on Saturday and the Keto Food Festival on the Sunday. And we're bringing as much stuff as we physically can because we sold out last time. Oh, I've got some nice golden bits now. All right. I'm just checking some of the chunky bits. Still firm. I'm going to turn that off. Ideally, let it cool and you have it as a cold dish. As we already know, I'm impatient, and so that's not going to go in cool. I'm just going to let it cool a little bit. Can I buy a big bag of Panda there? You can buy a bag of Panda flour. I don't know how many of the big ones we'll be making. We'll probably make some. Yeah, I can at least make you one, Lisa. I'll hold one bag. Yeah. Our main thing is we've got 2 stands for the Sunday. as in a double stand, 2 together. And so one of them will be sort of the shop aspect, and the other one will be samples. And the shop aspect is going to be mainly build a panda parcel. Because we have so many things, we had to sort of decide, like last time, decide what we want to bring, as in, what's the most popular stuff, what's going to be the stuff we want to buy there. I.e., we can't bring pastries because it's impractical, keeping them cold, and fresh stuff and all that sort of stuff. I'm going to cover this with a towel just while I chat for a few minutes. So the main stuff is we're picking a selection of the cakes. I think we're only doing rolls for the panda parcel. Basically, just sort of shortening it down, making life a bit easier for us. But obviously, with every panda parcel, you get a free bag of panda flour. So we'll definitely have the 300s, because the 300-gram ones are the ones that are free in that bundle. But now you've got asked about the larger one. I'll see what we can do. I was also thinking of a separate bundle, because obviously not everyone wants like the breads and the cakes. If they just want cakes, which were quite popular last time, we might do a little cake bundle. Don't know how many donuts we're going to be able to produce. It might be a limited. Well, everything will be a limited number. For the Free From Festival on the Saturday, which is gluten-free. Yeah, we're already gluten-free, but it's also dairy-free, so we have to sort of pick which products we can promote that are dairy-free as well. So we're going with the wraps, the roti, and the flour. And we will be testing, and these are for recipe purposes, not sort of selling them as ready-made, but we will be testing a dairy-free original panda bread and a dairy-free cake. Just to sort of try, see what then you can see what you can make at home, if that makes sense. Who's on donut duty? If you mean cooking donuts there, Stu, we're not doing it. Not able to do it this time around. Maybe in the future, but it's not this time. It was an idea we had to have donuts freshly frying. No, can't do that this time around. I don't think there's anything else. I can't remember. Yeah, thought so. Although, Sue, we will be on panda flour packing duties on Thursday and Friday. I bet the donuts and the popular Sue won't be able to have any. I don't think either of us were able to stop and think last time. Okay, I'm going to give this a taste, and I'll see if I want to add onion granules. As good as it is. Nice and fresh. Right, turkey's going in. Pretend this is nice and cool. It's going to be the same. It's fine. If anything, it will help loosen up the mayo a little bit more. I've got to have my fork on there. This is one brave fly. Normally, they move when you move. This one wants to stick around. Okay. Now, obviously, if you want to reduce the amount of veg, reduce it. I like my vegetables, and I haven't really had a proper meal like this yet today, so I sort of want something a bit bigger. And you just sort of pile it all on. To be honest, the red cabbage is a really good shout for this kind of dish, because when you make a slaw out of just white cabbage, unless you've got maybe carrot or pepper in there, it can look a bit bland. Red cabbage is a nice shout, especially for things like the cracked flour as well, which is a hot version without the mayo part. There you go. Hi, Sandra. Don't worry, I was late to the party as well. I had to delay my live by half an hour, but we're fine. Dogs, I assume, are flat out in front of a fan. Yes, somewhere. Well, they have been all day. I stole the fan that was on the floor, but there is another one in the PT room, which was nice and cool for them. Although I think one of them is on the landing, which isn't the best place, but it is quite well ventilated. Yeah, they don't really listen to me. Tell them to come inside, I don't know. But they do lie in the shade, and they have lots of water. So they're doing okay. Right, there we go. Done in 20 minutes. Not bad. I mean, I didn't have to cut any vegetables, which obviously saved a lot of time. I'm not sure how well you can see that, but it's a big heap of sliced white and red cabbage with leek, a mayo made of cream cheese and yogurt, harissa spice and paprika, and then diced turkey breast, which obviously you can replace with whatever protein you want. There you go. I buy a bag of croissant mixes all the time. Oh yes, and you can add cheese to this as well. You can make a cheese slaw if you so wish. Right, thank you very much for watching. Apologies for the late start. And I'll see you. If we don't get to do any lives next week, then we might see you at the festivals on the weekend. Otherwise, the following week. So there we are. I'll see you all later. Goodbye.